Hello Bambinos and welcome to round 2 of the first tournament bracket in this season of the EWT. So this is round 2. If you didn't catch my round 1 game, I suggest going and watch that, I'll link it somewhere. But spoilers, we lost a very close game to CB Marcus and his Rose City Roselias, I think it is. It was a good game, go watch it. But now we're in the losers bracket and we've got one last chance with this team to try and salvage some points out of this bracket before the next bracket and playoffs. So yeah, we need to try and walk away from here with some points. You'll notice that we're on Showdown. Goki is away this weekend. He took a Switch with him, so we tried to make an online comp, but for whatever reason we could not connect, and because he could not resort to LAN because he's not home, we've had to play on Showdown. So that's unfortunate, but here's what it is. We'll get the game done, and hopefully it'll be a good one. I'm just going to be post-commenting the replay here. This is a very tough matchup. He's got like a hardcore rain team, which we don't really have great tools to like come in on. Like that Thunderous is looking scary. Volcanion is so hard for us to come in on. Like my one and only hope is my Dragonite. It's just like a DD setup Dragonite. I've also got Shift Gear, Metronome, Toxtricity, because once Pharaoh's out of the way, like if I get Shift Gear off so I'm faster than the Slices Hood in the rain, Boom Bursts just start looking crazy. So that's what I've gone for there. Defensive Thero is meant to come in on anything that doesn't run Focus Blast. So like it could come in on Slicer Toad and Politoed, whereas Jellicent can come in on the Volcanion. I've got a Subcon Mind, Keldeo, and a Scarf Pissimian, so that's the play. I think I even Toxtricity because I think it looks pretty good into everything except maybe the Toad or Thundy, because I'll probably just go into Jellicent on the Toad and Ferrothorn on the Thundy. Anything else I can just like Volt Switch or Boom Burst, although I probably wouldn't click Volt Switch in case he switches to his ground type or Volt Absorb Mon. So I'm thinking if I do Toxtricity, it's good against definitely against Fear 3 Mons. Like he's got to fear the Scarf if he's Tornadus, and then Volcanion and Politoed don't want to take an Overdrive or Volt Switch. So I figure he switches out hard turn 1 when I lead Toxtricity. So that's what we're gonna do. We said good luck and have fun to Goki. He does lead the Tornadus. As I lead the Toxtricity. And like I said, I figure he must fear the Scarf, but nope, he just fires off a Psychic and it OHKOs us because he's Life Orb. That is a Life Orb Tornadus, not fearing a Choice Scarf. So now I send in my Choice Scarf Simeon, I just hit a Rock Slide, pray for the flinch. We do get the flinch. We are very lucky because the Life Orb Psychic would have killed us. We double out because I figure he's going to switch out here to Ferrothorn. And he actually goes to Politoed. So that's fine. I think I can just get a sub up here. I go for the substitute. I think if a Perish Song, which is kind of crazy. It's like a crazy early game play, but it hits behind the sub, which is super annoying. So now I'm thinking, okay, I've got like 2 turns to maybe try and get some damage off. So I'll just go for an Aura Sphere here. Does a nice 39% as they scold, and it doesn't break our sub. So I'll go for another Aura Sphere here to get some nice damage off. Oh no, I double out. Okay, I double out to Jellicent. As they rest, they went Perish Song rest like very early. I actually, at this point, is where I noticed that my Jellicent only has 3 moves on it because I was like fucking around with what I should put for his 4th move and forgot to put on Scold. Like I had Scold, I was like, oh, maybe I can change it to Soak so I can Toxic the Ferrothorn. But Jelly doesn't get Soak, and then I forgot to put Scold back on, so I've actually only got 3 moves, Recover, Toxic, Hex, which is pretty funny. But there we are. I can't Toxic this because it's asleep, but Hex will do double damage because it's asleep, which is interesting. As he doubles up to Thunderous. And we go out to Keldeo. We're faster than this, and we are in rain. So we just click Hydro Pump here. And we do manage to take out the Thunderous, which is great because that was a threat. That was actually a threat. And we're back to virtually full health with the lefties. Now they send in the Ferrothorn. I figured this must be Leech Seed or something, so I sub. But they just go for the Power Whip and hit a raw Power Whip. Now I kind of need to switch out because I don't want to take a Power Whip or lose this. So we go to Thero as they Power Whip, and they'll take some Iron Barbs. A nice clean 12%. The rain does stop, which is interesting because now Volcanion probably comes in. I predict this and go hard Dragonite. As they for Iron Defense, which is so scary because I don't have like special tools to beat this. I've only got Keldeo, which we've just learned it has Power Whip. So I go hard Pissimian. expecting to take an attack, but he actually switches out to Volcanion. I don't really know why, because I guess he feared me being special. I hit a CC, which doesn't even do half, because this thing's weak as piss. That's why it's such a low tier, but he hits a Toxic. Probably expected me to switch out, but I will switch out now to Jellicent. He went Toxic again right here. He doubles out to Tornadus, which is fine for now. He goes for a U-turn. I wondered if he didn't have Dark Pulse. Otherwise he would have clicked it. He U-turns out to the Ferro as we try and land a Toxic on the Torn, but obviously the Ferro is a Steel type. We now get Psimian again. As he gets up a layer of spikes. We don't have any removal on this team, so they're here to stay. We try and hit a CC here, I think. Or do we U-turn? Oh, we U-turn because we're smart. Yeah. We like momentum. We U-turn out into Keldeo again. He's asleep now, so he has to, like, I guess, rely on Sleep Talks if he wants to get Perish Song off. So I go for the sub once again. And unbelievably, he goes for the Sleep Talk and gets a Perish Song. So annoying. So now we're behind a sub with Perish Song on us once again. But this time I want my damage. I'm going to Calm Mind up the first turn. I was thinking maybe he's got like Whirlpool or something to keep us trapped. But he Sleep Talks and gets Rest, luckily. So nothing there. But we know Scald doesn't break our sub anyway, even in the rain. Perish Song falls to 2. We go for the Aura Sphere. +1 Aura Sphere does a chunk, 53%, which is great. But he wakes up and rests instantly, which is very annoying because now we kind of have to switch out because we're not gonna outtrade this. So we switch out to Ferrothorn here, as they switch out because they do not want to die to their own Perish Song. They go hard Volcanion, which is kind of tough on us because Ferro obviously can't stay in here. So we'll go Dragonite. As they Flamethrower does like nothing in the rain and with multi-scale, 4%. I know I'm Lumberry, so I'm pretty safe to just DD here. As he does try to land a Toxic, but now you'll see the Lumberry pop. We're now +1 in front of this thing. I don't want to DD again because I don't want to get Toxic. So I just hit an Earthquake here and pick up the kill on Volcanion. Volcanion down is great for Ferrothorn. Because now, unless Tornadus is running Heat Wave, Ferrothorn looks pretty tricky for them. As the Politoed comes back in, but it's asleep. Oh, I can't remember how many turns of sleep it's got left. But he doesn't go for Sleep Talk that turn. He just lets the sleep run out. I don't know if he miscounted or didn't see. So we can just get a free DD here. As they go for the Sleep Talk. They didn't do it again. 2 turns they could have clicked Sleep Talk, but they didn't. They send in the Toad, which takes an Earthquake, takes like 70%. But we're now faster since we're +2 speed. We're faster than this Swift Swim Toad, so we just get another Earthquake and pick up another kill. Dragonite is starting to clean up shop. As they send in Tornadus, we are faster and we are running Rock Slide, which does just pick up the KO. Insane Dragonite doing work. That's 3 kills for Dragonite. Now in comes Ferrothorn. This thing's a threat still. I DD in its face. And then I forgot that it had Iron Defense because I'm sure he showed it earlier. This is very tough now because he can get 2 boosts to my 1. So I go for an Earthquake, but it only has about 24%. As he gets another Iron D off, so now he's +4. I think now I have to try and DD up to like +6 just to like match it. No, I go for another Earthquake, which is nothing. I can't remember why I did that. Yeah, he's now +6. So I thought, this is where I thought, I better just DD up to +6 as well. Which was probably awful as a Body Press does so much. +6 Body Press does 65% to us. Here's a bit of a misplay from me. I thought I'd roost on his like Leech Seed or something because he thought I'd switch out. But I made that really wrong and he just Body Press and it's no longer resisted and it just kills us. So we lose our Dragonite and now things are looking very tricky because this thing is +6 defense. I have to send out Keldeo because it's my only special attacker that can hit this. I hit an Aura Sphere. Doesn't quite kill. 18% left on the Ferrothorn as it Body Presses and kills Keldeo. He gets recovery, he's up to 24%. I send him Psimian. I'm hoping that a CC can do 25%. But it does not, it only does 17% because he's +6. We're now -1, we take Iron Barbs, we take a +6 Body Press, and this Ferrothorn picks up another kill. And it's looking very, very tough here. I have to send him my Ferrothorn. and hope that I'm faster. Hit the body press, and then he'll die to the barbs. But he just dies to barbs. I thought barbs did 12%, but it's a percentage of his health, isn't it? So luckily, Ferrothorn goes down to the iron barbs, and now it's just Jellicent versus this Perishong Politoed. But it's currently asleep. I'm not sure how many turns of sleep it still has. But my 3-move Jellicent, he gets the Perishong straight away because he wakes up that turn. As we land a Hex, doesn't do too much. I predict that he goes for rest here. I don't want to click Toxic in case he goes for rest, so I predict that and just click Hex as he goes for rest. So since he's asleep, Hex is going to do double damage. And we see it does 35%. He's not lefties, so luckily we can hit another Hex. Excuse me. He gets Scold on his Sleep Talk roll, which is good for us. And then Hex does 32. So we've done a 35 and a 32, and he's got 33% health remaining. So this Hex is a roll. And he goes for the Sleep Talk, goes for Perishong again, which obviously fails. And very luckily, Hex gets enough of a roll to pick up the kill. Which is so lucky because we've seen that the previous Hex only did 32%. And he was on 33% health, but the first one did 35. So I don't know if we like high rolled, low rolled, but we were quite lucky because had that not picked up the kill, we would have died first to Perishong since Politoed was the one that set it. I think that's how it works. So we get very lucky and manage to pick up the kill, and we win 1-0. And again, very tough mashup, which I don't think we had any right winning, but Dragonite just put in work. Even when I misplayed, I managed to luckily win with Iron Barbs, picking up the kill on his like +6 Ferrothorn that was going to sweep through me. But yeah, we do manage to pick up a win in the round 2 of losers, and we'll take some points from this bracket going into the second bracket. So I think what will happen now is we have a week gap because it will be the finals of the first bracket, which we're obviously not in, and then we'll be back the week after for round 1 of the next bracket. So go check out Goki, he'll be in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters.